A giant explosion in the middle of the highway, not as tragic as it could have been, and part of that is thanks to the quick response from the people tasked with saving us. At 3:15 on Friday afternoon, a Challenger 600 twin-engine aircraft with 5 people on board fell from the sky and crashed on the I-75 in Collier County. 2 people died, the pilot and co-pilot, Edward Murphy and Ian Hoffman, while 3 others survived.
People watched on in horror as this plane went up in flames. At the same time, our Wink News crews mobilized to bring you continuous coverage. Now, we're learning more about the brave first responders who went in to save and protect lives.
When the plane came down, a group of Greater Naples Fire Rescue firefighters jumped into action. Hello, I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Amanda Hall. Their efforts, along with others, prevented that scene from getting much worse. And we're going to have more on that in just a moment. But first, we want to get to Wink News anchor Chris Safati with some breaking news, our first images of the plane going down.
Yeah, what we're about to show you, and you can see up here, we'll roll it in just a second. You can see the plane up here. We're going to show you, we just got this in from the vantage point of a truck driver. It answers some of the questions about what happened. So we're going to show it to you a couple of times. We want to be very sensitive to not overshow it, but this gives us new information about what happened. Let's roll the video the first time. You'll see the plane come in. You'll see him try to get down in between a very crowded I-75. That's the moment of impact on the fence, and you can see the fire start. You can see one of the, over here, it's a little bit hard to see, that white pickup truck that got clipped. All right, here it comes again. Starts to reconcile some of the witness statements that we heard. Did it land straight on the highway? Did he crash straight into the fence? You can see he kind of did both. We'll show you one more time here as people start to react and try to figure out, are they going to be able to get out of the way? Some people go to help. There is a black SUV that got struck in the back window as well. But again, we're going through this. We just have had it and verified it in the last few minutes. It gives us a new point of view on this, some new information about what happened as we all try to piece it together. As soon as we learn more from this, we will get you more information on it. But for now, again, this is just into us, this brand new video of what happened. Russ and Amanda.
Really helps put the pieces together as to what happened Friday afternoon.
Yes, it sure does. We're still waiting, of course, for why it did that. What caused both of those engines to go out?
Fail. Now let's get to Wink News reporter Camila Pereira. She is live from Fire Station 73.
Yeah, Camila, what did those firefighters tell you it was like going into that fire?
They said it was something they've never experienced before, but it's a situation they've trained for their entire lives. So when the call came through, they were ready to jump into action. With their sirens and flashing lights, Greater Naples firefighter William Wilkie describes getting the call.
We really didn't know what we were going to get until we got into the engine, and then we were reviewing the CAD notes, realized this is the real thing. It was an airplane crash.
Driving along I-75, they could see the smoke and then the fire after the plane crashed into the sound barrier in the southbound lanes on Friday. Firefighter Alexa Yero knew what she had to do.
Put the wet stuff on the red stuff, so I pulled the front bumper line and just went straight to the tail end where the flames were. North Collier already had a line pulled to the front end of the plane, so I got behind the tail and just started calling for water and just started putting it out. Working together as the first crews on the scene, the Greater Naples and North Collier fire rescue districts put out the fire. I think how much adrenaline I was feeling, I didn't even pay attention to how hot it was, especially being right behind the flame. But Wilkie, my driver, he said that once he got out of the engine to pump water for me, that he could feel the heat from, his distance. But me being right behind it, I think I was a little zoned into what I was doing that I didn't really even pay attention to how hot it was. Now, days later, Wilkie and Yero say this was a moment they'll never forget.
It was something that I've never seen before. It kind of felt like it was like a movie scene or maybe even a war zone, just because how big the fireball and the column was. It was, like I said, a once in a lifetime. So for me, I felt a sense of accomplishment that, what we trained for, with this job was put to the test and we were able to do our part.
And Wilkie and Yero both said they were happy to hear, relieved almost, that 3 people made it out alive. But they did say that they mourn the loss of the 2 pilots who did not make it. And they did exactly as they did that day, put their training to the test in a situation they never thought they'd find themselves ever. Live in Collier County, Camila Pereira, Wink News.